Okay, students, I wish you good luck. Today we are going to start a new chapter in cost management called standard costing. So in standard costing, there are two subtopics that you need to learn. One is material variance. Second is a labor variance. What is standard costing, students? It is a method of costing where you fix a standard level of cost and you ask the workers to ensure that the expenditures are within that standard cost. If it crosses the standard cost, then we have to take corrective actions. For example, you want to fulfill a particular project. For example, you say a birthday party. For this birthday party, you fix a particular cost. That is, the entire birthday cost, the entire birthday expenditures should be within 5,000 rupees. So 5,000 rupees is a predetermined cost. So your entire birthday function should be completed within that 5,000 rupees expected expenditures. If it crosses, then you have to take a corrective actions. So standard costing is nothing but a predetermined cost. So you determine the cost in advance and you expect the task to be completed within that particular predetermined cost. So this is called standard costing. So standard costing basically has few steps. Step number 1. Determine the predetermined cost. How much should be the expenditure for this work? This is called predetermine of cost. Number 2. Calculate the actual cost. Number 3. Compare the predetermined cost and the actual cost and find the variance. The fourth one, you have to find the variance. And the fifth one, you find the causes for the variance. First is fix standard cost. Second, calculate actual cost. Third, find the difference between the first and second step. Fourth, find out the variance difference. Fifth, find out the reason for the variance. Of course, sixth one, you have to take corrective measures. So thus, in case of standard costing, you fix a standard well in advance. This should be the expenditure of a particular work. You tell off the workers that the job should be performed within this cost. That is called standard cost. So in that, first we are going to discuss about material variance. These are the 6 topics we need to discuss in standard costing. The costs are divided into 2 categories: historical cost and predetermined cost. Historical cost, it refers to the past cost incurred. That is, already expenditure is incurred, it is spent, and then you calculate. It is of no use in determining the cost after it is ascertained and does not help in preparing price quotation and managerial control. Hence, a cost more satisfactory costing method is developed called standard costing. So in case of historical method, what you do? You calculate the cost after spending, after incurring. What is the use? It's just like giving treatment after a person is dead. Once a person dies, what is the use in giving treatment, or what is the use in finding the causes of death? So therefore, historical cost is of no use in today modern business world. We want to give quotation to the customers. We want to participate in tender process. Historical cost is of no use. So since historical cost has a lot of defects, we go for a new costing called standard costing. As explained earlier, in standard costing you fix the cost in advance and you expect the worker to complete the task within that cost. So students, second one, we need to go for predetermined cost. Standard costing is based on predetermined cost. In advance you determine what may be the likely cost of a particular job. In advance, before the job can be performed, in advance you try to calculate the cost. It is a special technique to control the cost, and the following steps are involved. So first one, students, setting of standard cost, ascertaining actual cost, comparing standard cost with actual cost. Fourth one, finding the variance. Fifth one, analyzing the variance. And the sixth one, reporting the variance to the management. It's a very simple, students. First you fix what should be the cost. 2, find out the actual cost. 3, compare both. Fourth, find the difference. Fifth, find the reason for difference. Sixth, report the reasons to the higher authorities. It's very easy, not so difficult for you to understand. It's very easy and simple. Meaning of standard costing. Standard costing is a predetermined cost based on technical estimates for a prescribed set of working conditions. So standard costing, it's a predetermined. In advance you determine. In advance you calculate what should be the cost of a particular job to be done. So now first we need to go for material variance, students. So what is material variance? We are going to find the variance in material usage. During the production process, you may use raw materials. Sometimes you may use more raw material, sometimes you may use less raw material. So you need to find out if there is any variance in usage of material. For example, students, you want to cook lunch for 10 people. So for 10 people you require material called rice. If you are using say 2 kg rice, this is what standard fixed. For 10 people lunch to be prepared, you require 2 kg rice. But if you use 3 kg, there is a material variance. You have used 1 kg extra, that's a wastage. For 10 people, 2 kg rice material enough. But the usage is 3 kg. So this is called wastage. Or for 10 people, if you should use 2 kg, but you have used 1.5 kg. That means you have used half kg material rice less. This is also variance because all 10 people may not have stomach full of lunch. So it can be either positive variance or it can be a negative variance. So therefore you need to find the difference in usage of material. If more materials are used, it's a great loss to the customer, to the business. And if you are using less material, you are losing the customer. There will be customer dissatisfaction. So usage of less material, there is a loss of customer. Usage of more material, there is a loss of money. So you are going to find out how much is the difference in usage of material. So meaning of material variance. It is a difference between the standard cost and the actual cost incurred for material only, raw material only. We don't consider other expenditures like overheads or labor costing, etc. It's only material cost. There are different types of material variance. Material cost variance. It's called MCV. It is a difference between the standard cost of material and the actual cost of material. So difference between the both is called material cost variance. For example, students, I have fixed a standard cost of material to be 10,000, but you have purchased for 12,000. I fixed 10,000, but you have purchased for 12,000. So the total cost of material is 10,000 standard, 12,000 actual. There is a material cost variance. Material price variance is called MPV. It is a difference between the standard price of material and the actual price of material. For example, students, I fix that you should buy the material at 5 rupee, but in the market it is 6 rupee. I expected the price to be 5 rupee, but suddenly in the market the price have increased to 6 rupee. So there is a material price variance. So change in the price of material is called MPV. Next, material usage variance. It's called MUV. It is a difference between the standard quantity specified and the actual quantity used. For example, students, as explained before, you should use 2 kg rice for 10 people, but you have used 3 kg rice for 10 people. So this is called material usage variance. You have used more or you have used less. It's called material usage variance. Next, material mix variance. It's called MMV. It is a material variance which is due to the standard and actual composition of material. Composition means we call mixture. So you mix 2-3 materials and then you produce. Note, it arises only when there are more than one type of material issued. If there are more than one type of material issued, then material mix variance will come. Example, students, you want to make coffee. To make coffee, you require many materials. You require sugar, you require milk, you require coffee powder. If coffee powder is mixed more, or if sugar is mixed less, then it is called material mix variance. Variance means difference. Some people will say coffee is strong. How it can happen when coffee powder is mixed more? Some people say sugar is less. How can it happen? You would have mixed sugar less. So variance means we call difference. So it's called material mix variance. When the mixture of material differs, it's called MMV. Next, material yield variance. It's called MYV. It is a difference between standard yield and actual yield obtained. Yield means we call students output. See, we expect an output. If it is not according to that, we call material yield variance. For example, see students, for 1 ton of sugarcane, I should get 10 kg sugar. 1 ton of sugarcane, I should get 10 kg rice, 10 kg sugar. This is called standard yield. But I got only 6 kg sugar. Then it's called actual yield. Similarly, in other example, students, for example, you take 1 acre of land, I should get 100 kg rice. For 1 acre of land, agriculture land, I should get 100 kg rice. If I get 80 kg rice, it's called variance. It's called material yield variance. Yield means what we get, or we call output. It's called MYV. Material sub-usage variance, MSUV. It is that position of material usage variance which is due to reason other than those given in the material variance. If there is a difference due to any other reasons like evaporation, shrinkage, or wastage, pilferage, it can be any other reasons. If there is a difference in material, then it is called MSUV. So let us look into the formulae, students. Students, before we can go to the formulae, I just want to give you an important information. To work out this problem, you require 4 important information. SP, AP, SQ, AQ. I mean standard price, actual price, standard quantity, actual quantity. If these 4 informations are available with you, then it is very easy for you to solve the problem. I repeat, SP, SQ, AP, AQ. 4 items if you have, this chapter will be very easy for you. So what's a formula to find out MCV? It's called material cost variance. SP into SQ minus AP into AQ. Standard price into standard quantity minus actual price into actual quantity. This is the formula to find out MCV. Next, you should find formula for MPV, material price variance. Standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. The formula is SP minus AP into AQ. Next, students, MUV, it's called material usage variance. SQ minus AQ into SP. That is standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price. And students, second answer plus third answer will be first answer, shortcut. Of course, first answer is material cost variance is equal to SP into SQ minus AP into AQ. This is the formula. Another way, second answer plus third answer will be the first answer. Material mix variance MMV. The formula RSQ, that is called revised standard quantity, minus AQ into SP. Revised standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price. Next, MYV, material yield variance. AY minus SY into SV is called standard value, or we can take standard price also. Next, material sub-usage variance. SQ minus RSQ into SP. That is standard quantity minus revised standard quantity into SP. So these are the 6 formulae that you should keep in mind to solve the problem. Now, how to find our revised standard quantity? It's called RSQ. What is revised standard quantity? Sometimes students, during the course of doing the work, we may have to revise it. We may have to make certain modification. Some adjustments we need to make during the course of production. For example, we expected 10 kg, but during course it may go to 12 kg. So that is, you need to revise according to the current situation. So formula for RSQ is equal to standard quantity divided by total standard quantity into total actual quantity. SQ minus total SQ into total AQ. Remember students, RSQ will come only if there is a mix. No mix, then RSQ will not come. Next students, standard yield formula. Total actual quantity divided by total standard quantity for 1 unit. So this is important only to find out the yield variance. That is 5th one, yield variance. To find, you require this formula. Okay, fine students, kindly go through the formula. Any doubts, feel free to contact me. Thank you.